The island of Cyprus has had a difficult history and is effectively partitioned between the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus and a Greek Cypriot government in the south. I sat down here in Washington with the TRNC's Minister of Foreign Affairs to find out what future he envisages for Turkish Cypriots. I'm Selina Downs. This is One on One. Minister, thank you for your time. What does a fair and viable solution look like for the future of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus?
Very simple. Two sovereign states on one island. That's the reality of Cyprus. One island. The name Cyprus does not indicate to a state. The name Cyprus is the name of the island. But this island has two states on it. Two national peoples, Turkish Cypriots, Greek Cypriots. There is no Cypriot nation. That is why in the establishment of the 1960 Republic, not too many people are aware of this. With the establishment of the Cyprus Republic in 1960, the new state did not have a national anthem because there was no nation of Cypriots. You're either a Greek Cypriot or a Turkish Cypriot. Cypriotness does not signify nationality. The Republic of Cyprus, when it was legitimate, had the citizens of the Republic of Cyprus. But these citizens were not a nation of Cypriots. These citizens were either Turkish Cypriots or Greek Cypriots. And the Greek Cypriots were allowed to continue using the Greek national anthem, as they still do, and we, the Turkish national anthem. So the reality of the island of Cyprus is that it is two. It has always been two. Even when it was a legitimate republic from 1960 to 1963, it was again two. It was a partnership of two national peoples.
So two states, not reunification as some have proposed.
No.
Two states, how...
Neighborly relations.
Neighbourly relations, how does that best protect the interests of Turkish Cypriots?
It's the only thing that will protect the interests of Turkish Cypriots. Any eventuality that will entail single sovereignty with territorial integrity, we are not interested in, because we went through that. 1960 Republic was single sovereignty, two communities with political equality. What happened? Overnight, we were kicked out. So, and we have been treated since then as if we are stateless people. We are an ethnic secessionist minority. So what we are saying, political equality is a must, obviously, but it will only mean something if it is based on sovereign equality. Without sovereign equality, political equality doesn't mean anything. So the future for us is two separate sovereign equal states on the same island, establishing good neighborly relations for mutual benefit, dealing with each other whenever it is considered to be for mutual benefit, without trying to dominate the other. That's the eventuality we are aiming at.
How significant is the relationship between the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus and Turkey?
Oh, Turkey is our motherland. If you can still find Turkish Cypriots alive and kicking on the island of Cyprus today, the only reason is the support that we have received from motherland Turkey. So for us, Turkey is not just another country. For us, Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus and Turkey are one and the same. We are Turkish. our national identity is Turkish, but Turks who happen to live on the island of Cyprus. So the guarantee system of 1960 was what convinced the Turkish Cypriots to accept that partnership with the Greek Cypriots. Because Turkey, as a guarantor, also had the right to intervene unilaterally in case it was needed. And that's exactly what happened, and that's exactly what saved the Turkish Cypriots from total annihilation. So there cannot be any future without Turkey.
So there are cultural and historical ties. Is there also economic cooperation?
Definitely. That's how the economy of the TRNC, even though we are faced with all sorts of embargoes and problems because of the Cyprus problem, the economy of the TRNC is much better than most member states of the UN General Assembly, with Turkish help. And us, of course, working for it. So, yes, we have problems. Yes, our economy should be better, but it's not as if we have failed. If it's not any better, it's because of the wrong policies that P5, the international community, are pursuing towards the island of Cyprus and allowing the Greek Cypriots to impose embargoes against us.
I mean, Cyprus has vast natural resources. Do the political divisions affect that?
Waters around the island of Cyprus, natural gas, petroleum, and all of that. It has not been possible to make use of these because of the Cyprus problem, because the Greek Cypriots pretend as if it's only their responsibility, it's only within their jurisdiction to deal with these issues, excluding us and behaving as if Turkey doesn't exist either. So they are unilaterally trying to get things moving with agreements that they establish with foreign companies, be it French or American or Israeli or Egyptian, whatever. They fail to see that any scenario they may be creating that ignores the existence and rights of the Turkish Cypriot people and TRNC, any scenario that pretends as if Turkey is not a stakeholder in that region is doomed to failure, as it has been so far. So logic dictates that we get together on these subjects. We sit and determine, not just Greek Cypriots and us, but all the stakeholders in that geography come together and decide how best to proceed for the benefit of all. And the only way this is going to be economically viable if whatever is found underwater is transported to Europe via Turkey. Anything that deals as if Turkey doesn't exist, or any scenario that will try to transport the find via another route to Europe, is doomed to failure, as it has so far. So obviously there are many things that will be beneficial to all concerned if the Greek Cypriots were to overcome their obsession vis-à-vis the island of Cyprus and their hatred of the Turkish nation.
What is your reaction to the current events in the Middle East?
Well, nothing positive can be said about what's happening in the Middle East. We, as Turkish Cypriots, since 1974, since the Turkish peace operation of 1974, have been living on the island of Cyprus in peace and security. The only reason for that being the presence of the Turkish army in North Cyprus as a deterrence force against Greek Cypriot aggression. But the geography, the Eastern Mediterranean and Middle East where we're placed, is a hotbed of conflict, and recently genocide against humanity by the Netanyahu government. No one in their right mind would condone the murdering of children, women, innocent people at random, bombing of mosques, hospitals, schools, churches, mosques, without discrimination. It's totally unacceptable. Yet, it has not been possible for the world, including the UN, to do anything about it. And now, things are getting even more out of control. Now, Iran is getting involved. Of course, we don't applaud what's happening. Any activity, any attempt at human lives, from wherever it may be, Iranian, Israeli, doesn't matter. Any actor in that geography aimed at human lives are not acceptable. We deplore that, and we hope that common sense will prevail eventually, and the Middle East will not turn into a hotbed of bloodshed, unfortunately. Nothing positive can be said about what's happening right now.
Minister, thank you for talking to TRT World.
Thank you for making it possible for us.